say, man, look out, we back with another banger, Jack. And we were Boosie little hit, man, but Marlo Mike, hey, free that boy, or at least cut his sentence down from life, bro, because the boy was 13, 14 years old. He ain't no better, bro. He was influenced by Boosie, in my opinion. And Boosie was paying this boy $1,500 to 2K to whack people, you feel me? That's just the guy under truth. And he recanted his statement. Now he's doing life in the penitentiary in Angola, in fucking Gola, and Boosie out here free, bro. But Marlo Mike, his people was gonna be in danger if he was to, stay out on these streets. So Marlo Mike stayed in the penitentiary. He recanted his statement. But let's get into this documentary on Marlo Mike. The boy was, real cut like that. You feel me? This little fat best friend. RP that boy fat. You did. But let's get into this shit you did. Tell me what y'all think. How y'all like you? Feel me?
Ever since the boss man, think you're real wild, man. Some niggas they wanna kill me, but ain't real like that. He talking to them hoes, get the shit real like that. Niggas, I know what they gon' do it, but I will bust back. I'm a true outside banger, bitch is real wild, man. Act that skinny red bitch, you know I been about that. Ain't hella flippin', tryna knock it fucking on my track.
Marlo Mike had a difficult childhood, including growing up in an overcrowded, impoverished household located in a high-crime area. As a child growing up in this neighborhood, Marlo Mike witnessed a man being shot and killed very young. He performed poorly in school, except
like as a child, seeing how you think that fucks up your mental, bro. Like, you gonna adapt to your environment and what you see, bro. That is the guy on the truth, and the boy, he adapted it to his environment, bro. Like, there's some shit you see every day that shit'll fuck your top up, bro.
For a period of time when he attended a more structured, military-style program. After he completed that program, Marlo Mike returned to a traditional school environment, from which he was eventually expelled. Marlo Mike's sister noted that he had some anger issues, but she stated that he was never violent toward anyone. At age 14, Marlo began to live with Lil Boosie. Because of Marlo Mike's lifestyle change, his mother began to worry about Lil Boosie influence over him. Marlo Mike once told his mother that he heard voices. She attempted to get him help. However, he refused, believing he would be locked away. All members of Marlo Mike's family called to testify at his sentencing hearing said that he would be able to live with them in the event he was paroled in the future. Jack Harrison testified and briefly detailed Marlo Mike's history within the juvenile justice system. Marlo Mike had committed juvenile offenses of possession of a handgun and careless operation. He also had some drug charges that were deferred. Mr. Harrison noted that when he visited defendant's home, it was clean, but sparsely furnished. He was struck by the family's poverty. Marlo Mike had an extensive juvenile history. Reports indicated numerous arrests and juvenile petitions for offenses such as simple battery, criminal mischief, entry, remain.
Bro, I want to tell the thing. In this type of environment, bro, like I told Losing, I know how the environment is. I know how the economy is down there, bro. It's no job, so what are you gonna do? You gonna get in trouble? You gonna start slanging dope, or you gonna start being a hitman? You did. You gonna try to get out the gutter, bro. And most of them boys, they either go to the penitentiary and do life, or be 6 feet under, bro, because they're not giving us opportunities. You don't have opportunities down there like you are in Houston, Texas, California. You don't get those type of opportunities, you feel me? Down south, you can, like I tell you, bro, you go down south, you're gonna feel it, like, the racism, you can feel this shit, bro. It's in the air. You can feel like people look like it is so, it's a weird feeling you feel, bro. Like shit haven't changed, bro. So,
you understand, bro. Forbidden, simple criminal damage to property, simple robbery, resisting an officer, possession of Schedule 1 and 2 controlled dangerous substances, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, first-degree robbery, illegal possession of a handgun by a juvenile, hit and run, reckless operation of a vehicle, and speeding. In most instances, documents show prosecution was deferred. Marlo Mike's social and family history detailed how Marlo Mike last attended school at Westdale Middle in Baton Rouge, until he was expelled in the 7th grade for carrying a gun on campus. Marlo Mike told his probation
boy was carrying a gun in the 7th grade year. 13. That mean that boy was 13 years old, going on 14. You did carrying a pistol. Cause look the environment, bro. Like you gonna, like I said before, you gonna adapt to your environment. And if you in beef, easy shit, you better keep that bitch on you now, boy.
Station a parole officer that he had never had a legitimate job, and that when he needed income, he would commit crimes to obtain money to purchase drugs.
Yeah.
Marlo Mike reported that his drugs of choice were marijuana and purple lean, a concoction of promethazine and codeine, mixed with a carbonated beverage. He admitted to selling other drugs and committing robberies in order to afford his drug habit. Marlo Mike also admitted to killing Terry Boyd for $2,800 so that he could purchase more narcotics. Marlo Mike stated that although he was on lockdown in the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison, he still smoked marijuana. He declined to describe how he obtained drugs in prison.
You know how he was obtaining drugs in prison? The fucking corrections office, they bring that shit in there, bro. Let's be for real. Correctional office brings phone, drugs, all that shit, and them boys not getting that shit up in there by themselves. Come on, bro, be for real. And they break them correctional office off, bro. Come on, be for real, bro. Cause how you think Boosie was doing when Boosie was in Gold? How you think Boosie was still smoking and doing all them drugs? The guards, bro. You got money, you can get this shit in, bro. That boy had Who Next on. This boy really tatted Boosie Who Next, and Boosie did that man so dirty. Boosie my favorite rapper, bro. But Boosie, hey, everybody got that way. That nigga evil, bro. That boy evil, but that boy real one though too. You gotta respect it. A lot of us grew up on Boosie, bro. Cause I know I grew up on Boosie, bro. You got spectacle gangs. What else we did?
Marlo, he out of Monte Carlo. That bitch crazy, I want that bitch dead today. Here go the key. Nigga, never pick or choose, nigga. Game time, call the goons, nigga.
Damn.
At trial, Baton Rouge Police Department Detective John Dothier testified that he was the lead investigator in the homicide of Chris Nussie Jackson. During Detective Dothier's testimony, the state introduced a surveillance video and still photographs from a convenience store that Jackson visited shortly before his death. Detective Dothier identified one of the subjects seen in the video and photographs as Marlo Mike.
And I don't know if it's true, cause one of Boosie baby mama said Marlo Mike had, right there, boy, Bleak in the car with one of his partners, cause Bleak was chilling with somebody Boosie had beef with, and Marlo Mike had, I don't know if this true, and I'm just saying what the baby mama saying was the videos I have seen before. That said Marlo Mike had walk what to call him down, you feel me? Bleak. And the dude, they said he was sitting in the car with Bleak. And he just ran up on and did both of them. They said Boosie was like, fuck it, both of them. Because Bleak was he wouldn't do what Boosie was saying, so what I heard, you feel me? But I don't know if that's true, and I can't get into that, you feel me?
Detective Dothier explained to the trial court that he did not know who Marlo Mike was at the time the video was actually taken in 2009, but he came to know Marlo Mike following his arrest. Detective Dothier testified that he investigated the February 9, 2009 homicide of Chris Nussie Jackson. Nussie had been shot twice in his head as he sat on a couch in a home on America Street. As in Terry Boyd homicide, another victim had also been shot. Also, as in Terry Boyd's homicide, the shots that struck the victims appeared to have been fired from outside the residence, through a window. Also at the prior hearing, Detective Howard testified about his interview with Marlo Mike following his arrest. Marlo Mike admitted to shooting Chris Nussie Jackson.
I'll put that boy Nussie, you feel me? Cause that boy Nussie was supposed to be up next, you feel me? But Hurry got him way down, you feel me? Who got him knocked out? Cause they say Boosie was putting on a poster, and they say he had took Boosie's poster down, and he stole Boosie's background of his pictures and shit, so it started some shit. But Boosie said that wasn't the cause of him. They ain't had no beef, but hey, who knows?
Through a high window while standing on Michael Ghost Judson's shoulders. Marlo described that Torrance Lil Boosie Hatchet told Michael Ghost Judson to kill Chris Nussie Jackson after he made some disparaging remarks about Lil Boosie. Baton Rouge Police Detective Brian Watson testified that he investigated the April 25, 2009 homicide of Marcus Gangsta Thomas. Thomas was shot and killed while in his truck on West McKinley Street, near Nicholson Drive, in Baton Rouge. Detective Watson's investigation revealed that at least 3 firearms were used to shoot into Thomas's truck as he drove down West McKinley. An unharmed individual who was inside Marcus Thomas's vehicle was unable or unwilling to provide Detective Watson with further information. Marlo Mike also admitted his involvement in the Marcus Gangsta Thomas shooting. He told Detective Howard that he was in a vehicle with Michael Ghost Judson and another associate when they saw Marcus Gangsta Thomas in a vehicle. They pulled up next to Thomas's vehicle, and Marlo Mike and his companions opened fire. Marlo admitted to driving the vehicle and to shooting at Thomas's vehicle. He described to Detective Howard that Boosie had hired Michael Ghost Judson to kill Thomas because Thomas had previously snatched a chain from Lil Boosie's neck while he was in front of his door. On October 21, 2009,
Tell you that boy Boosie was nothing to play with, bro. He was, he did Marlo Mike wrong though, bro. You could get that man 1,500, 2K just to do your hits, bro. That's down bad, bro.
Boyd was shot.
He was getting no wrong Marlo Mike. Marlo Mike love Boosie. You feel me? Marlo Mike love Boosie, so he did it. Shit, he ain't done no better, bro. Like I said, his mind. They say your mind, a male's mind takes at least 25 to 30 to fully develop. Marlo Mike's mind was a child's mind, so it was easy to manipulate. You feel me? So it was easy to get over him. So they tried to go back and they're still trying to go back now, but I think they declined that case, saying that his mind wasn't fully developed. So he still did it, but they say I know they let the white kids get off on it. They said their mind ain't developed, so they'll reduce their time. You feel me? Well, like I told you about Louisiana, that's the racing down there, bro. They all about money. So the income is. The economy, I mean, is bad, bro. So it's all about putting motherfuckers in jail and getting that money. You feel me? So.
Shot and killed as he sat inside of a home on Vermilion Drive in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Detectives who were investigating a string of unsolved homicides in the Baton Rouge area received tips that led to Marlo Mike being identified as a suspect in the Boyd homicide, as well as several others. Marlo Mike was arrested on a warrant issued as the result of unrelated aggravated assault and terrorizing charges. Following his arrest, Marlo Mike gave a series of videotaped statements to investigators wherein he admitted to his participation in the Boyd shooting, along with other homicides. Marlo Mike described that in the hours leading up to the Terry Boyd shooting, he, Torrance Lil Boosie Hatch, Adrian Pittman, and Michael Ghost Judson were discussing a letter written to Pittman from an Angola inmate, Lee Lucas. Lee Lucas's letter purportedly
shout out to that boy Kevin Gates too, you feel me?
Stated that prior to Terry Boyd's recent release from prison, he had been making threats about what he was going to do to Lil Boosie upon his release. Boosie told the others that he would pay $25,000 to have Boyd killed. Later that night, Adrian Pittman drove Marlo Mike and Michael Ghost Judson to North Stevendale Road, in the area of Vermilion Drive. Pittman waited nearby in his van while Marlo Mike and Ghost attempted to find Boyd. Once Michael Ghost Judson identified Terry Boyd inside a house, Marlo Mike began to shoot through the window, ultimately striking Boyd and killing him. Adrian Pittman picked up Marlo Mike and Ghost, and drove them back to Boosie residence. There, Boosie gave Marlo Mike $2,800 for his participation in the shooting.
$2,800 to take a man from this earth. That's chump change, bro. But like I said, he was manipulating this boy. $2,800, bro. But Marlo Mike was a gangster. He ain't know no better. He loved Boosie. $2,800. Boy, you know how much money Hitman's is making, bro? $2,800 is chump change, bro.
Adrian Pittman testified at trial, confirming his, Michael Ghost Judson's, and Marlo Mike's involvement in the Terry Boyd shooting. At trial, the state also introduced other crimes evidence, which demonstrated Marlo Mike's involvement in 4 other ambush-type shootings. Michael Smith was the final alleged Marlo Mike-related shooting victim of 2009. He was found shot to death behind a residence in the 1700 block of Wisteria Street on December 18, 2009. According to the Baton Rouge Police Department, dispatchers received multiple calls from people regarding several individuals with guns running and shooting in the South.
If I'm mistaken, I think that's Lil Fat Brother. If I'm mistaken, I can't be wrong though, cause I can't be wrong.
South 16th Street area around 4:20 p.m. Marlo Mike always claimed that Smith and his cohorts shot at him first. Ultimately, the second-degree murder charge against Marlo Mike in the December 2009 killing of Michael Smith also was dismissed. East Baton Rouge Police Office Captain Todd Morris testified that he investigated the February 22, 2010 shooting of Malika Hulbert. The shooting occurred in the 5000 block of Tioga Street in Baton Rouge, just prior to midnight. Ms. Hulbert was sitting in the kitchen of her residence when several rounds were fired through a window, striking her in the back. Ms. Hulbert ultimately survived. Her boyfriend, Charles Nookie Matthews, was also present at the time of the shooting. Another attempted shooting occurred at the same residence on March 6, 2010. 9mm shell casings from the February 22, 2010 Tioga Street shooting were eventually matched to shell casings from a double homicide that took place on April 1, 2010. When Captain Morris eventually interviewed Marlo Mike following his arrest on May 14, 2010, he stated that he had been contacted by Reginald Youngblood in reference to a hit placed on Charles Nookie Matthews. Finally, Baton Rouge Police Detective Elvin Howard testified regarding the April 1, 2010 double homicide of Charles Matthews and Daryl Bleak Milton that took place on
Like I said, I don't know if that shit true or not, but for what I was seeing in the video, they say, Boosie baby mama said Bleak was in the car with that dude he wasn't supposed to be with. Boosie was beefing with the dude, and Bleak was hanging out with the dude. So Boosie told Marlo, fuck him, hit both of them, and that's what he did. That's Boosie's best friend, but he said fuck him. Like I said, him and Booth had a little bit static on what the baby mama said. I don't know how true that is. Hey, I'm just talking. I don't know how true it is. I'm just telling you for what I seen and what I heard in my own ears. So I don't.
Tisano Avenue.
RP that boy Bleak.
From witnesses, Detective Howard learned that 3 males walked up to the car in which Matthews and Milton were sitting, pointed their guns, shot into the vehicle, and fled the scene. 9mm shell casings from this double homicide were matched to the February 22, 2010 shooting on Tioga Street of Ms. Hulbert. In the double homicide of Charles Nookie Matthews and Daryl Bleak Milton, Marlo Mike admitted to driving 3 men to the area of the shooting and to picking them up thereafter. He admitted that Reginald Youngblood paid him money to kill Charles Nookie Matthews, and that this shooting was the 3rd attempt on Charles Matthews' life. Marlo Mike felt remorse after the Charles Nookie Matthews hit. Marlo called up 3 associates to finish the job on Matthews. After the smoke cleared, one of Marlo Mike's former label mate and good friend of Lil Boosie, Daryl Bleak Milton, was killed after being caught in the crossfire. Charles Nookie Matthews was allegedly the intended target. Before the news broke of Marlo Mike's involvement, Bleak's sister stated Marlo Mike tried to comfort her after the shooting took her brother's life. She was very confused by the whole incident. "I just want to know why," she said.
That's how most motherfucking do. Motherfucker whack their best friend and go to the friend and sit in the front and cry with their mama. That shit down bad, boy. He went to his sister after you know what you done, you did, and comfort her, bro. That shit crooked, bro. That's down bad, bro. That's how most motherfucking killers do, though.
He called me his sister. He was like a brother to me. Marlo Mike actually came to the funeral, said Ms. Curry, Bleak cousin. He kissed my aunt. He came to Grandma's house afterward.
Ooh.
It was a remarkable turn.
Remind me of Juice, you heard me how Pop did when he killed his partner. He came in the front, of the living room, talking to his mama. Damn, boy.
Of events,
Damn.
as Michael Marlo Mike clouding at the beginning of the case turned on his alleged former associates, cooperating with prosecutors right up until he testified at Lil Boosie's first-degree murder trial. While in the witness chair, he reversed course and told jurors that neither he nor Boosie had anything to do with Terry.
I think he knew better, bro, because his life was going to be in danger if he was the snitch on Boo, you feel me? Especially in BR, and he ain't had no money to get out from down there. He did the right thing, because his life was going to be in danger, bro, if he wouldn't have told old Boosie, bro. That is the God on the truth.
Boyd's killing. Although Marlo
got out.
Mike admitted his involvement in the murders, he took it all back at Boosie's trial. Marlo Mike testified he lied about the rapper's involvement to both detectives and a grand jury because Baton Rouge police threatened to lock up his mother and stepfather and told him he would die by lethal injection. Many of Marlo Mike's former co-defendants took deals, pleading out to 15 to 20-year sentences. The final one last month that will see some released from prison in their 30s. Without Marlo Mike's cooperation, prosecutors dismissed all of the charges against two men entirely, one associate, accused in the April 2009 killing of Marcus Gangsta Thomas and Jonathan Rogers in the April 2010 slaying of Charles Nookie Matthews and Daryl Bleak Milton. The prosecution came to a close June 5 when Kendrick Johnson, who was originally charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder in the Matthews-Milton slaying, pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Adrian Pittman, who was charged with first-degree murder and Terry Boyd's death, pleaded guilty last year to manslaughter as the getaway driver and testified against Marlo Mike. Adrian Pittman, who has a picture of hatching the word Boosie tattooed on his chest, received a 20-year sentence. Ryan Sneaks Carroll and Reginald Youngblood, both originally charged with murder, pleaded guilty in 2 previous attempts on Charles Nookie Matthews' life. Carroll was sentenced to 18 years in prison. Reginald Youngblood, who like Boosie was charged later than the others, got 20 years, which also included time for a weapons charge. Another man, Eddie Stewart, who was just 16 at the time of the indictment, pleaded guilty in 1 attempt on Charles Nookie Matthews' life and was sentenced to 15 years. While Marlo got the worst sentence of all his associate, life in prison.
Marlo Mike, bitch, and I'm insane in the brain. Super bad nigga, love to show my ass.
But hey, you can see Marlo Mike, that was Boosie's lit hitman, bro. I think that the judges take into consideration that his mind was matured. They not, like I said, down there in Louisiana, especially in Baton Rouge, they're not gonna do that. That man gonna spend the rest of his life in it, but you ain't get to have kids. Man, damn, bro. That's fucked up, bro. But appreciate the love and support, bro. That's the bang for the day. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. You hear me? Hey, shout out to that boy Marlo Mike and Boo. Rest in peace, that boy Bleak, you dig, and all the others.